Good evening and welcome to Film in the Now. I'm your host, Jessa Barron. Today we're discussing the experimental film Timecode, directed by British filmmaker Mike Figgis. Figgis made his first entry into the American film industry in 1990 with Internal Affairs, starring Richard Gere and Andy Garcia. Since, he has shown no signs of slowing down. Figgis is known for his innovative blend of live sound and music in film. His film Timecode demonstrates this. We were lucky enough to catch up with Figgis in his home studio to discuss this experimental and innovative film. Thanks so much for joining us today, Mr. Figgis.
It's mine. Oh, you're welcome.
So recently your film Timecode was released and was quickly acclaimed as the experimental film of the year. Where did this idea come from?
Well, I was bothered with Hollywood in general, so I wanted to make a movie that would both be part of the Hollywood mainstream and also mock it at the same time. And also, for every project I do, I like to challenge myself, so that's why we decided to do Timecode.
Would you say this was your favorite film to work on?
I have no favorites as far as my movies go. I love them all equally, just like I would love my children all equally. Despite their problems, they're mine, so I love them. As far as Timecode goes, though, that was probably the most fun I've had with any of my movies.
Why don't you give us a detailed explanation of this film?
Well, we started filming Timecode on a November afternoon on Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood. The main idea was to have 4 digital cameras running continuously, capturing all the action. And then when we pieced all these together, the characters would interact with each other and the story would all intertwine. And besides that, I mean, it was just a movie that was all in real time, no cuts, no edits, no nothing.
Is it true that there was no script and the actors provided their own wardrobe and makeup?
There was a script, but it provided more of an outline because I wanted it to feel as real as possible. So a lot of the lines and all that was just from the actors. And we had a very small budget for this movie, so we had the actors and actresses dress themselves and also do their own makeup.
We have a clip here from Timecode. Let's take a look.
Alright.
Anna, I want you to meet a friend of mine.
Wait, come back here for a second.
Emma Green, Alex's wife. We're gonna go in and meet Alex in just a few minutes.
I have to stay longer because now I'm getting ready for the director.
He just wants one more.
It's gonna take a little longer, baby. Maybe you wanna go home?
Who's the director?
The director's less than what it's like. He's big in Mexico.
Alex's wife. We're going to meet
That's
Alex.
him. That's him. I'm waiting for him right now. Baby, I'm so excited, but I'm really nervous. What if I fucking blow it? What if I fucking blow it? Tell me that I'm good. Tell me that you love me.
Oh shit, you saw that?
I love you. Tell me that I can do it.
Now you have a background in music, and that was apparent in the audio soundtrack for this film.
Yeah, I mean, the audio was the guts for this movie. It's what makes it work. I would bring up the level of the frame I wanted the viewers to look at and then bring down the levels of all the other frames. And this way I can move them around the screen the way I wanted to. I would also use loud sound effects and moments of intense action to draw their attention. And I know this seems kind of hard, like making people work to do a movie, but I feel like it would mean more to them, make it more gratifying for them, if they felt like they were interacting with these characters. So.
Since the film was only open in select theaters, I heard that you actually mixed the audio live while the audience was watching. What was that like?
I mean, doing something like that that's been a dream of mine, doing like a live showing of one of my movies. So I would have like a mixer like this, and I would have 4 frames, the music, the sound effects, and I could control what the people were seeing differently from the movie. So it kind of changed the movie entirely. And to me, it was like conducting an orchestra. It was like putting on a live performance.
Let's let our viewers hear what we're talking about with this audio.
You don't have to got this reckless.
You talked about Madeline?
The test cards came back, and most of the comments was that it wasn't scary.
Reckless.
It's plain scary, so that's really good.
Almost as if he's happy when he's falling
The problem
apart.
with Smoking with Gammon is that I heard the rough cut, and apparently the sound effects are such that the Buddhists, when they set themselves on fire, aren't crackling, they're sort of popping and exploding, and it's adding a kind of a comic undercurrent to an otherwise fairly serious visual. Now, it's gonna push us somewhat farther into the red, but we have to address it.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. But that's your call. But that's my observation.
Oh, that's a good call. The same thing, flicker a light. We got soft focus 3 days in a row.
That might not be a bad thing because she's not a spring chicken anymore. So,
Right. It's like a Playboy.
5 points.
Yeah. Was that
It's okay. Just don't worry. Well, that's all. Don't worry. Everything's fine. No, if you want to, but it's fine. You all right? Pretty okay?
It came down.
But I really...
Hey.
It's okay.
You are a fucking slut.
Some critics have undermined the fact that your film was revolutionary, saying that the 4-camera shooting in real-time setup had been done before, with DDAG, which was based on 4 people's perspective of New Year's Eve. With that, some people have commented that the plot lacked due to the experimental nature of the film, but critics have proved that your film was not just a novelty. How do you respond to this?
I mean, I realize that isn't something that's brand new. It's been done before, but never in the United States and never in the mainstream like this. And as far as the plot, I mean, I've realized that I was more focused on the production and having everyone do this 4-shot thing and have it all work together. And I realized that the plot may not have been as interesting as it could have been, but I feel like I still did the best I can. I feel like some people just aren't ready for this kind of experimental media.
Well, let me just say that you have definitely changed the way movies are made and left your mark on the experimental film industry. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mike. And be sure to tune in next week when we talk to Michael Gondry. This has been Film in the Now, and I'm Jessa Barron. Have a good night.